today to discuss some Harman Phoenix rumors, okay? And this is important because I said it was. As many people might know, Harman is like a split from Ilford, and they produced a color film late last year called Phoenix. Looks like this. The results were not well received. Now, there is a argument to be made that some people really enjoyed it, and that's great. More power to you if you did. I did not enjoy it. Most of the other people I know did not enjoy it. And then if they didn't shoot it, they saw the results other people got and didn't want to buy it. The reason I got this extra roll of it was because the price had been reduced by like half, pretty much, because I think when I first got it, it was like in that $18 range, I believe, and this was like $11.99, so quite the decline there. But I thought I'll give it another shake and see what's up. Harman posted this image on their Instagram, and with a very clever little joke there, wink wink, sometimes size matters. So some of the comments are pretty funny. One that I especially love is, it's gonna be really funny when it's just 110 film. And I think that would be hilarious. As somebody who does shoot 110 film, I would love it if that community got a little bit more respect around here, okay? Tired of shooting Lomo Tiger and Lomo Orca and all the other stuff. Give me some Phoenix. The other comments are kind of more in line with what I think this news is alluding to, and that it's going to be 120 film or large format, but I suspect 120 because I think there's more of an audience there for medium format as opposed to large format. Large format allegedly is quite popular. I wouldn't know. I've not allowed myself to explore that, as I feel like between the 16mm motion picture film and the camera repair, my free time and the money I have has been kind of all accounted for. So large format will have to be another day, if ever. The other part of the 120 comment was hopefully they've improved the formula to reduce grain and improve general coloring of the film. I got some other comments underneath that was saying there was nothing wrong with the film. And again, that's fine. That's an okay opinion to have if you want to have that, by all means. I will just say from my experience and from the experience of everyone else I know, which isn't like everybody, but it's a fair bit of people, very few people really enjoyed it. There were people out there who did, and that's fine. But that seems to be kind of the minority opinion, which doesn't mean it's wrong, but it just means that the likelihood of people wanting to buy it more has been lessened. So this is where we get a little bit more tinfoily here, because I suspect that Harman Phoenix might not have sold as well as they were hoping to. The point of this film, and even it says in the inside of the package here, we are very proud of what we have achieved with this film, but it's also our first step into the world of color. Sales from this film will allow us to further invest, refine, and improve our formulations, coding capabilities, and color technology, which is great. I'd imagine that they have some kind of threshold of what they were hoping to achieve. Now, the fact that they're dropping this like hinty news that they're releasing 120 film, I feel like is a way to kind of give the Harman Phoenix project another shot in the arm to hopefully boost it across that finish line. Because as far as I understand it, and I could be wrong, but you produce film in like sheets and then you cut it to fit whatever size it is, whether that's 110, 35, 120, so on and so forth. You cut it from there and then load it into the canister. So I don't know if it's like too much of a stretch financially to have just made 35 and 120 at the same time. It might have been. I don't know the inner workings of the company, but my suspicion would be that they had the initial hype of like, oh, new color film, and then it kind of, in my mind at least, dropped off significantly because the results started coming back and people didn't really speak too kindly about it on the internet. And granted, that's just a lot of people sharing their opinions, but people still watch the videos, people still listen. So there is some weight to it, even if you disagree. Kind of tanked what, prospective sales there could have been. And I suspect that this 120 speculation news will boost it back up again, because at the end of the day, it's exciting. It's a, new 120 color film. And all that's out there right now for color film is Kodak. It's Kodak. It's all Kodak. The flip side to that is like, obviously there's Fuji slide film, from my understanding, and again, this is all speculative, but for stateside For stateside photo stores and stuff like that, Fuji will send over like large shipments to all of them, and then based on their orders and whatnot, then they get it. And then a lot of those have been pre-ordered by other people because they just don't have them, so they sell out of stock like pretty much immediately. And I also don't think that they're getting a whole lot in on those shipments, but I'm not too sure. And that's for like the Fuji Velvia and Provia. I hope I'm wrong because I like Fuji slide film, but it's also sitting at like over $20 a roll, I think, or something like that. So it's not really a viable competitor to something like Kodak Gold, which is like a very affordable 120 color film, 200 speed. If Harman could produce Phoenix at 200 speed in 120, I think that'd be nice to see. It should correct some of the graininess that some people are having issues with, but ultimately it would just be cool to have other options out there. And again, to support Harman in developing newer film emulsions and hopefully at some point become somewhat of a competitor in this space. The other thing though that I'm speculative about is ADOX. They had the Color Mission come out a few years ago. I think it's still out there for sale. It was another like limited edition release, and they were supposed to have Helios. I think that was announced in like March or something of this year. Or might have been earlier, but it was like that 3-speed film that looked very similar to the Phoenix emulsion, very like red cast and everything like that. There's been no real movement on that front because I think the general consensus was, okay, cool, maybe make it not 3-speed, maybe make it a better film. But I also understand completely that producing color film especially is a massive undertaking, and the amount of resources and equipment required is something that I can't even comprehend. So I'm not trying to dismiss the actions of these companies. I'm just trying to offer some criticism or skepticism as to where the industry is going. Phoenix might be coming out 120, or they could be proving us all wrong and making 110 film, which I think would be hilarious, but ultimately not that great for their bottom line because I don't know really who else shoots 110. I don't think Harman is out of it. I think that they're still gonna be doing some stuff. That post that they posted yesterday, I believe it was, is one of their most interacted with posts and like posts in a while from what I could tell, so that's cool. There is some buzz out about it, and I'm just offering what I suspect might be the truth, but I also am very happy to be proven wrong. I hope that the 120 thing is just part of their plan. They sell a bunch of that, and then they produce another more reliable and consistent film stock, because I think that would be fantastic. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I'm going to take this off because my head feels like a baked potato, and I got focaccia in the oven. So if you enjoyed the video, like it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on other news and speculation and repair videos and stuff. I do it all. It's fantastic. If you think otherwise, if you disagree with me, feel free to dislike the video and share your comments in the comment section below. I think art in general and whatever medium you choose to make out of it is wide enough that we can all agree or disagree on what we like and what we don't like. Phoenix wasn't for me. It's not for a lot of people. I'm going to try it again and see if it's any different or if I can produce better results out of it. I think that's going to do it for today's video. I think I've talked enough about things, and thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.